Welcome everybody, it's another daily vlog, a vlog that pretty much happens daily, and it happened twice yesterday. It actually happened twice. I did two daily vlogs, coming through Chicago, coming up into Wisconsin, heading back this way real fast just because of the wind. I'm not using my Osmo right now, but that's what I did yesterday. I used my Osmo from start to finish. So on the second vlog, on the second daily vlog, I just wanted to see if I could get the audio right and sync everything together and edit and put together an entire daily vlog just using the Osmo. And it didn't work out so well. I got everything edited, everything put together. It came out pretty good. I went to a beautiful Wisconsin rest area over by the Welcome to Wisconsin sign, and went and chased lightning bugs around in the evening to check the Osmo for low light, how it would do in low light. Got it all put together, even put a small musical montage in there. When I went to do the uploading, not enough memory. Not enough memory. I go, well, what can I do in my mobile devices to free up memory, free up storage? And I figured, okay, well, since I already put together an edit and got everything all together, I could just delete all the footage, right? And then that would free up memory, and then the edited video that I got all put together, I could upload. No, you actually need that video that you recorded. Even though it's all edited and put together, I guess it still draws from that. And I deleted everything. Deleted a whole day's worth of vlogging. Yes, I did that. So I gotta figure out the mobile devices that I usually connect via Wi-Fi to the Osmo to upload the videos and store them into the Google Drive. I don't think I could use this mobile device right here so much because it has 32 gigs, no memory card, no memory. There's no place for a micro SD card in this device. Like most of my devices, I don't have micro SD card support. Now, some of my devices I do, but I'm having issues with them. The Samsung Galaxy Note Edge 4, I can have it at 100% charge, and it'll be dead. It'll be dead within sometimes seconds. I can unplug it and start using it, and sometimes within 15 or 20 seconds it'll go from 100% charge to dead in just like 15 seconds. But that device does have a micro SD card slot, and I do have a 64 gig card in it. So if I can figure out what application is draining that battery dead that fast, I can uninstall that app and then use that mobile device to upload video to and use that micro SD card. I don't know. I'm still working on everything. It's all a work in progress, all a work in progress. But before my next day's off, I want to have it all figured out, right? Because I don't know what I'm going to be doing on my next days off. I could be going to St. Pete Beach, which in the back of my head is probably my next vlogging destination, I'm assuming. And probably Universal and more Disney. I've been doing a lot of Universal Studios lately. I haven't been doing a lot of Disney. But I'm going to go over here. Well, this truck here decided to park right here in front of the statue. I was actually going to go in front of this giant mouse. I was going to go in front of it, but this guy here just decided to park here. But check this out. It's a giant mouse. It's a giant mouse standing on a circular block of cheese. Right? At first I thought it was a boll weevil, but it's a mouse, right? It's a mouse. It's not a boll weevil. It's a mouse. What is a boll weevil? I don't know. Is a boll weevil and a mouse the same thing? I don't know. But I'm 2 hours away from where I gotta be, so I'm stopping here in Wisconsin real fast to grab some lunch, to grab breakfast / lunch. I don't normally eat Subway, but this rest area here does have a Subway. So I'm thinking, why not? Why not grab a 6-inch meatball? Now he's leaving, speeding through the parking lot. Would not let me get a awesome video of the giant mouse, bull weevil, thingy bop. I don't know. But now he leaves. So maybe on the way back out from Subway, I'll go ahead and grab that. But let's go on in. I'm getting hungry. Subway, got a 6-inch meatball. Pretty excited about it. Haven't had Subway in a long time. Just I really don't like them too much, but every once in a while that Subway, the meatball sandwich just hits the spot. So I'm gonna head back to my truck, eat this Subway, drive for 2 more hours, head over to Northfield, Minnesota, get parked. My appointment time is for 10 p.m. 10 p.m. in Northfield. It's gonna be a late evening, so the earlier I could get there, I could rest, relax a little bit, get unloaded, and then hopefully, I'm just hoping that they have somewhere for me to go after I get unloaded and not have to stay there all night long also. That would kind of suck. You get there nice and early, so many hours early, and you relax, you could sleep a little bit, and then come to find out you have to sleep there all night anyway because they don't have nothing for you. That would suck. That would suck. But maybe there's places to fly drones over there. I don't know. I was gonna fly it here or up the road a little ways in Wisconsin, get some aerial shots of the greenery that is Wisconsin and Minnesota, maybe somewhere on the border. But it is a little bit breezy, and I did wreck my drone about a week ago. I was riding my motorcycle in Florida. I was riding my motorcycle around, and I was taking aerial footage, video of me riding my motorcycle. And to do that, the drone follows, it follows the controller. So it has a link, a Wi-Fi link to the controller, and I'm riding my motorcycle, so I can't have the controller in my hand. So what do? I put the controller to my motorcycle, inside my motorcycle helmet, which is mounted on the side of my bike. And when I wasn't paying attention, I put my controller in the helmet, which kind of pushes the up and down and right and left controls, you know, because it's leaning against the inside padding of my helmet. So I put the helmet in there, looked at my drone, it was staying steady and videotaping. And as I start moving my motorcycle around, my helmet starts bouncing, which makes the joystick start bouncing. And so I was watching where I was driving. Next thing I know, I parked my motorcycle and I'm looking up in the air for my drone, and it's not there. Where's my drone? It flown off. It flew off because of the joysticks moving around inside my helmet. So I was looking at my mobile device, trying to get an image of the landscape of where my drone was, and all I seen was tree branches. I seen tree branches. I go, where is my drone? Where'd she go? Where did Bad Wolf fly to? Next thing you know, I hear noises in the trees off in the distance. Sounded like a weed whacker slapping some trees. Look up in these pine trees, and there's my drone, about 60 feet up in the air in the pine trees. But what's cool about the Phantom is it constantly tries to return home. It constantly tries to return home, whether it's buried in some trees or bushes or wherever it is. So since it's constantly trying to return back to where it took off from, the blades and props are spinning. Next thing I know, it falls from the trees about 60 feet, buries itself into the ground. The propellers stick in the Florida sand and grass. I was freaking out. I really was freaking out. But lo and behold, I cleaned it up, took it inside, wiped it off, took the props off, made sure they weren't damaged, and cleaned the green stains off from the grass and the trees from when it was slapping the propellers against the branches. And it worked. It worked fine. It still works perfect. It's just, next time I have to make a mental note if I'm going to send it on autonomous mode or follow me mode, to make sure that I keep the controller safe and out of the ways of anything that can press the thumbsticks. It's a little bit windy out there. Changing my shirt. I'm up here in Minnesota, getting dressed up a little bit. Dressed up because I'm gonna go have some lunch. But are you guys getting a weird lighting effect coming off the camera? I don't know if it's because of the sun, or is it because... It has to be because of the sun. I think my lens is clean, and not foggy. It's not humid up here like it was earlier in Wisconsin. Hey, what do you think? Black, well, mostly black. It is extremely windy outside. It is hurricane windy up here in Minnesota. I'm not far from Northfield, Minnesota. I stopped here. This is one of my stops I like to come to. I don't get to come here very often. I'm usually not on I-35 heading towards Minneapolis, going north and south. I normally head down 52, which is on the Wisconsin-Minnesota border side of the state. So I don't get to come over here very often. There's a steakhouse I love to come to right over here that makes homemade Minnesota wild rice soup and has some pretty great filet mignon. So I'm gonna go in there, grab my lunch. I know I just had Subway like 5 hours ago. Yeah, I know, it's been 5 hours since that Subway clip. But I'm not gonna go jump and run over and grab that filet mignon and Minnesota wild rice soup just yet. So I'm gonna explore a little bit for about 1 hour inside of another business that is on this side. But to do that, I'm gonna take my Osmo with me. So I'm gonna undo the Osmo, get it all set up, and take you guys into a, what would you call it? A wall of death? A wall of death, maybe? I've been to other wall of deaths. You could either consider this a wall of death or a very, very tame petting zoo, if you will. Yeah, because you can pet some of the wall of death, I guess, if you wanted to. I prefer not to, but I'm going to take you inside there, show you that, document some of it through the Osmo as I put the Osmo together. I think in places like this, I'm not going to feel so weird using an Osmo. Not like I do at truck stops with truck drivers all over the place, but I think in businesses like this, it should be fine. Also, it's a good test of the high winds in this microphone, so I'm going to shoot 1 or 2 videos outside walking up in these high winds, wondering how well this microphone handles the wind, and trying to figure out if I do need to purchase a dead cat to go on here. And well, we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm dressed, batteries charged. Let's head inside so I can show you a wall of death, or a really lame petting zoo. I'll leave it up to you. A wall of death or a really strange petting zoo? I'll let you decide. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab something to eat. I'm a little bit hungry, especially for some Minnesota wild rice soup. The walk over here was insane. It's extremely windy, but it's hot and humid. It's more humid up here in Minnesota than it is in Florida right now. I thought I ordered the wrong thing. Last time I had 2 filet mignon medallions with mushrooms and stuff, but this time they gave me 1 filet mignon. Oh, go ahead. I'll ask you in a second. I gotta ask about this. The filet mignon. The other thing was called something else. It was like a double filet mignon, dual 4-ounce with wild mushrooms or something. But this is it. This is what I got. So finish this, head back to the truck, and head over to whatever town I'm going to. Northfield. That's where I'm going. Done. This is actually one of my favorite restaurants. Not for all the food in particular. They do have great prime rib. They do have good other beefs and stuff. But the main reason I like to stop and come right here at, what is it? Timber Lodge Steakhouse. I never remember the name of it. The only reason I know it's here is because Cabela's is right across the parking lot, and that's where I normally park to sleep and stuff when I come up this way. And I come over here for their Minnesota wild rice soup. It's pretty amazing stuff. I could just live on that. Their fresh loaves of bread and their Minnesota wild rice soup. Pretty good stuff. Back in the truck, back in the protection of my cab from all that high wind out there. It's incredibly windy. We're kind of on the barrier of the prairie winds coming across North Dakota and South Dakota and Fargo and stuff are just blasting their way right now across Minnesota, and I'm on the west-south side of Minneapolis. So if you look at a map or you Google it, Faribault and Northfield, Minnesota, are down I-35, and they're getting hammered by wind right now. It's really windy here. I would love to fly my drone around here. This is a great place to really probably fly, but there's no way I'm going to take it out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today in today's daily vlog. So you've seen an incredible docile petting zoo. You got to see a little bit of a filet mignon and some Minnesota wild rice soup. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? All right, everybody, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Peace.